Always say excuse me when you toot. By Cassie Willows. To Gideon, a very special boy who says excuse me most of the time. You're visiting polar bears in the Arctic, and they've just offered you a nice piece of raw fish. So, of course you ate it, because you didn't want to be rude. But the fish doesn't sit right in your tummy. There was just no helping it. You had to fart. What should you say?
Excuse me.
You're sitting at the dinner table with your family. Your mom has spent hours slaving over a hot stove, and you've been told to use your manners. So when she asks you to pass the potatoes, you reach over and do it. Too bad you also pass gas. What should you say? Excuse me? You're walking through the pyramids, and you aren't the only person who thought it sounded like the perfect day to go sightseeing in Egypt. You drop your travel booklet. That's when it happens, taking you and everyone around you by surprise. Your bottom sneezes. What should you say? Excuse me! You're camping in the woods, and after eating baked beans, your friends start telling stories. They are so frightening that you scream, and that's when they scare the toot right out of you. What should you say?
Excuse me.
You're 12,000 feet up in the air when you feel it rumbling. The air pressure in the plane can't begin to compare to the pressure in your tummy. You jump, but that's not all you do. You let loose a giant stink cloud. What should you say?
Excuse me?
You're front row at a wedding, and never before has the bride looked quite so beautiful. It's not time for the cake yet, which means you'll have to cut the cheese instead. What should you say? Excuse me. You've been waiting in line at the mall for hours, and it's finally your turn to meet Santa. You can't wait to tell him everything you want for Christmas. But when you sit on his lap, you also sit on a whoopee cushion. Now you're afraid Santa is going to put you on the naughty list. What should you say? Excuse me. You're the lead in the school play, and everyone you know is either on stage with you or watching from the audience. You're about to deliver your big line, but instead, you release a squeaker. Thanks to your microphone, everyone hears it. What should you say? Excuse me. You're playing laser tag with your friends, and you aren't scoring a lot of hits. But you have a secret weapon. The spicy tacos you ate for lunch have been working hard in your belly, and now you are ready to unleash a silent but deadly fart. What should you say?
Excuse me.
You're sitting on the examination table in the doctor's office when you experience an untimely attack of flatulence. There's no way of hiding the smell, not with that flimsy paper gown. What should you say? Excuse me? You're spending the day at the zoo with your friends. It's nice and warm out, so you decide to take off your jacket by the ostrich exhibit in the petting zoo. Not even all the stinky animal poop can cover the smell when you lay an egg. What should you say? Excuse me. You are trick-or-treating with your friends on Halloween. It's been a very successful evening for you, and your bag is so full that you can hardly carry it anymore. The nice people just gave you a handful of candy, but you can't hold back the toot. Looks like they're getting a nasty trick after all. What should you say?
Excuse me.
You're visiting your grandma, which is great because she always has cookies. You can't wait to get into Grandma's kitchen and help her bake. But first you have to stand there and put up with it while she squeezes your cheeks and oohs and ahs over how much you've grown. Uh-oh. The moment she squeezes your face, you rip one from your other cheeks. What should you say? Excuse me. You're on a roller coaster with dozens of people, and there's no getting off now. You never should have eaten that cherry-covered funnel cake. Now that balloon in your stomach has started to fill, and if you don't let loose a little bit of methane gas, you'll pop. What should you say?
Excuse me.
So please, please, please remember to always say excuse me when you toot. Or even better, leave the room first. We'd love to give you a free book. Come visit www.imaginativepress.com to download your free ebook today. Here are more fun books by Cassie Willows. If you liked this book, please leave a review. Don't miss out on these free printables.